Hey YouTube, this is your girl, A Beautiful Day MUA, and I'm coming to you today with a products with an S review on Drugstore foundations. I've said in several other videos, and I'm sure you all know by now, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to my face and applying drugstore foundations and things of that nature to my face, but I have really been diligent in seeing whether or not there is a significant difference between drugstore foundation and the higher end department store foundations. And what I found is that some is very comparable and some is not. And I'm going to go over 3 different brands today of foundation that I have tried and whether or not they were successful or not successful. So let me go ahead and get started. The first product that I started using was Covergirl Queen Liquid Foundation, and the color that I've been using it in is Toffee. It says that it's a oil-free moisturizing makeup, and it's good for your, the formula of it helps to improve the condition of your skin, blah, blah, blah. This actually does work. It is very, very good. I have used it several times. I have mixed it with more expensive. I've used it solely on its own. I have applied it with a stippling motion, and I've also applied it with a buffer brush, and it is wonderful. I really have enjoyed my experience using this and probably will do so again in the future. There's nothing negative that I have to say about this particular foundation. If you already have a really good skincare regimen and your skin is already fairly clear, I would definitely suggest this. If you have areas that you really need like full coverage to coverage, you're going to have to layer this quite a bit in order to get a full coverage. But most of the time, if you don't need that full coverage, you're just looking for something to even out your skin tone, this is excellent. Highly recommend it. The next brand I chose to sample and to use is the Maybelline, and I chose the Mineral Power Natural Perfecting Foundation with micro minerals, and I've been using it in dark. Okay. Dark number 3 is the one that I had to wind up going with because the version before it, dark number 2, was actually very light. It was too light for me. Even mixing the two, I couldn't even get a good mix to get close to my skin color. So I've been using this just on its own. It is a little dark, so I had to wait for the days where I've really gotten some good sun before I can use it. But mixed down with another product that lightens it, it's absolutely wonderful as well. I was highly impressed with this. It has SPF 18 sunscreen in it. It definitely has full coverage. This baby is full. It is not one for the timid. If you're not one of those girls that is into foundations, I definitely would say don't go for this, because this does give you a very bronzed, a very foundation-y look. So if you're looking for a more natural look, this is not the way to go. And I was really, really surprised because it says that it's a mineral. And when we think of minerals, we naturally think that it's going to look more natural on our skin, and it just doesn't. It's not a bad thing. It's just what it is the product, and it is a very full coverage product, and I do like it. It's very smooth. It's easy to apply. I've used this with a sponge, a dampened sponge, and I've also used this with the buffer brush and just buffed it in, and it works really, really well. Has pretty good staying power. I've still not found a foundation that's going to last the 12 or the 16 hours the way they say they do, but this one definitely comes pretty close, and it's very, very good. I actually would say it's even comparable to my Clinique Super Fit, which I absolutely love. So if you're thinking about getting the Clinique Super Fit, check out your drugstore and pick this up instead. Now finally, the last product that I used and tested was by L'Oreal, and it's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Compact Makeup. And I'm using it in Soft Sable, and the color is in the Cool family. So this is when I'm having a more yellowy day. And this isn't a bad product at all. It's actually a very good product. The little sponge that comes with it, I actually use to just press it in after I've applied it. Do not use this little sponge to apply anything. It does not work very well at all. This particular one, because it's such a cake foundation, works really well with a MAC 109 or any kind of little buffer brush. I even got really lazy one day and went in with my big one and just kind of got it really quickly because I was in a hurry, and it worked really great with that. And this is a MAC 185, and it worked really well with that. I don't know what happened to my little MAC brush. Well, that's something else, but never mind. I just wanted to say that this definitely is a very full coverage, and it layers very nicely. And what I wound up doing was taking a Q-tip, getting a little bit of that product out and putting it on the back of my hand, taking this darker shade, getting a little bit of that and putting it on the back of my hand, mixing the two of them together, and then applying it with this 109. These two together is butter. I mean butter. I love it. Melts right on your skin. So absolutely beautiful. This one alone, I wasn't highly impressed with it by itself, but to lighten up foundations that I've bought that is actually darker than my skin, or as I'm going into the fall and I'm lightening up, I'm not as dark as I am in the summertime. This is absolutely awesome, and it's a great product to use that you don't have to just discard foundation, because foundation does have a shelf life, and after those 6 months are up, you need to really toss it because you don't want bacteria to start to grow and breed in it. But if you have one like me that you started mixing for the summer and you mix for the fall, this will help you really stretch that foundation out. Use it all up. And then this one, because it's a cake and you're using it with a Q-tip, you're not breeding a lot of bacteria in it at all because you're not applying anything that isn't sterilized in it. And this is wonderful for mixing down and lightening up foundations. So again, the products that I highly recommend, I recommend the Covergirl Queen in the liquid. I also recommend Maybelline Mineral Power in liquid. And I also recommend for matching, for shade matching and for blending, and for creating new shades, the L'Oreal New True Match Foundation Compact. This one is really good for mixing. I do not recommend this solely on its own. I just didn't find that it was that spectacular product on its own, but with other products it is wonderful, and I'm very happy with it. So I hope this review has been helpful for those of you all who are looking to either start using drugstore foundations or to supplement your foundation drawer with different types of foundations that are less expensive than some of the department store brands. I hope this is very helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Mwah, smooches.